Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by again on such short notice. Today we're back with another installment of indie digital penetration, something I call IDP. We will be briefly discussing some recent album releases that I've been listening to or digging into this past week. We've got a couple indie pop records, got some psychedelic rock, and a couple more shoegazy type things as well. If you are hungry, you are definitely going to want to jump on a meat stick, possibly even grab a beer to, wash it down with, and then just kick back and relax. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Up first, this is a band out of England called Lovejoy. Not to be confused with, I think there was at least a couple other bands I saw named Lovejoy, even one that's somewhat recently active. This is the indie pop band from England. They released a few LPs in the early 2000s on Matinee Recordings. They're now back after a long hiatus with their fourth LP. Very beautiful, melancholy, sophisticated, dreamy chamber pop. Has a lot of, I would say, Sarah Records influences. Bands like Northern Picture Library, Blue Boy, Bobby Ratton's bands in general. I hear a lot of in this. There are boy girl vocal harmonies. Definitely, there's some electronic elements. I think even one track is just basically a short electronic instrumental track. Yeah, this is really quite up my alley. I find it a quite enjoyable listen. Definitely recommend it to somebody that's a fan of, Bobby Ratton's band, C86, Sarah Records, that sort of thing. Worth checking out. We have something new from an Australian psychedelic rock band, I guess called O.R.B, but spelled O.R.B, so not to be confused with the O.R.B. Or there's actually, I believe, an Irish band that is called O.R.B, spelled with the exact same O.R.B. I don't know what the deal is there. Anyway, the name of the album is called Tailem Bend. It's on Flightless Records and Fuzz Club Records. Yeah, this is their fourth LP. It is fuzzy, psychedelic rock with blues rock and krautrock in it. It kind of shifts from track to track. There will be a track that will be reminiscent of like Syd Barrett. Then there'll be another song that's more on the like doomy, almost metal side. And then just your kind of psychedelic, some psychedelic noodling as well. So definitely a lot of, throwback sounds, but also, mixed with the modern, heavier psychedelic rock. I think fans of someone like Hikagaku Moyo would find a fair bit here to sink their teeth into. I think it plays well as an album in that it shifts styles in a way that it doesn't drag it down in zaniness. Although I will say the tail end of the album kind of started to drag a little bit for me. But overall, I think worth checking out. Again, if you're into the psychedelic rock, modern psychedelic rock, check it out. O.R.B, I'm going to call him O.R.B, Tailem Bend. Next up, we've got another indie pop group from the UK, from England, called the Proctors. They've been around since the mid-90s. They're just now releasing their third LP called Snowdrops and Hot Air Balloons on Sunday Records. This is a high-level, jangly pop album. Has a fair bit of like prominent synths in it as well. You can certainly hear, again, C86, Sarah Records influences. Also, like the Lovejoy record that I spoke about first, this has the like boy-girl vocal harmonies. This, I feel, is maybe more of a sing-along type album than that Lovejoy record. Very beautiful, bittersweet, toe-tapping earworms. On this one, I do see that there's different versions of this album. I had to stream this on Bandcamp, but I don't know what version of the album is streaming, because the CD version has different songs to the vinyl version. Yeah, there's possibly some other differences. Nonetheless, definitely worth checking out for fans of this type of thing.
Just come on, feeling many colors in the sky. Morning sun is shining bright here. Touch yourself, but you won't stop believing. Don't stop, go on feeling. Tears dry in the morning sun has just begun.
Next, we have another band out of the UK. This one is a four-piece band out of London. Their debut LP, the band is called Whitelands, or Whitelands? Whitelands? I think Whitelands. And the name of the album is Nightbound Eyes Are Blind to the Day. This is out on Sonic Cathedral. It was released pretty early in the year. I'm getting around to it. This is shoegaze with the, standard effects-laden guitars, vocals fairly pushed down in the mix. I don't even know that I really catch what is being sung most of the time. Undoubtedly influenced by, I believe, heavily influenced by Slowdive, also bands like Pale Saints, Dive. Very hazy, atmospheric, meditative. I'd say it's a solid debut LP overall. I do look forward to seeing what they do next. There is one track that has Dottie from the band Deary, and on that song, it has somewhat of a Cocteau Twins vibe. Anyway, Whitelands, the album is called Nightbound Eyes Are Blind to the Day. A very shoegaze title. Next up, this is a band out of Boston, or I guess band or artist out of Boston. Their seventh LP, it's called Magic Shoppe, is the name of the artist, with Shoppe with two P's and an E. And the album is called Down the Witch Elm, with witch spelled W-Y-C-H. This is on Little Cloud and Cardinal Fuzz records. Yeah, so this is dense, heavy, dark, swirling shoegaze, wall of noise shoegaze. Vocals, again, almost just seem like an instrument, like an additional layer of instrument versus traditional vocals. So I believe this is really just a one-man operation, Josiah Webb, where he plays all the instruments, I presume does the vocals, and recorded the album himself, basically. Anyway, if you like your shoegaze to be dense with distorted, blown out guitars, check it out. Magic Shoppe, their 7th LP called Down the Witch Elm.